Hi, folks. Matthew here. Want to do a quick thing. Finally got wound down from um, doing dance and getting kids in bed and stuff. And so I wanted to talk about theme and symbolism real quick. Excuse me. Gosh. We can talk more about this actually. I'm going to set up a discussion board just to you're not going to be required to post in it, but you'll have it there in case you want to talk about theme a little bit. Um, like I said in the previous video, the clarification video, I am going to change the requirement to have a single story for both this lesson and for the test. So the only story you'll be looking at this week is Romero's shirt. So going into lesson 4, I'm going to make this visible to you right now. There's a few things. There's Romero's shirt, which is, of course, a PDF document. If you have the second edition, I think second edition, then you have this story. It really is truly one of my favorite stories. But I want to go through the PowerPoint. Now, this, I'm going to show you something. I know that some folks have been having some trouble with, excuse me, with like downloading Microsoft Word or something like that. So the trick to this is that, the trick to this now is that I just got out of there. So the trick to this is that wow, that's scary. Let's do this. The trick to this is that you have to have PowerPoint in order to do this. You can view it in D2L, but you kind of have to have PowerPoint to have all the bells and whistles and stuff. And you can download PowerPoint. You can have OpenOffice access to it. And I'm almost positive you can download it. But I'll try and find that out, definitely. So up there I said enable content. And then you're going to go into slideshow and then play from start. That way, I'm just going to kind of leave it like this for now and talk through it. So, we took a look at the dimensions of plot, types of fictional characters, elements of fictional setting, and various points of view. These things all kind of contribute to what the theme is, in addition to symbolism and figurative language and that kind of stuff. Symbolism also has to do, the theme also has to do with mood and tone. And mood and tone, I'm just going to kind of open up a new Word document here. I just want to show you this. Mood is the dominant emotion that you get from a story. You don't have to necessarily memorize these, but they're kind of I believe that they're really crucial to like understanding the theme. Tone, on the other hand, is the dominant attitude of the writer / narrator. So in excuse me, in Dagobert Gilb's Romero's shirt, the mood is kind of calm and kind of reflective, maybe a little bit peaceful, maybe a little bit despairing. And the tone is one of a sort of disinterested third-person narrator. So those two contribute to what the ultimate theme is. And so let's talk about that just a little bit. We're also going to talk about the unit test. Sorry about that. So you have a study guide. I will open that up too. The fiction unit test will be open book and open notes. You have a limited amount of time, but you can use any notes that you've made, and it is open book. You'll be allowed 2 attempts. And like I said, really, if you have trouble with this, then just contact me and I can help you out. The test has to apply all the terms we've covered in lessons 1 through 4. And one last reading assignment, Dagoberto Gilb's Romero's Shirt. Before completing the test, read it actually for this lesson. So I'm going to let you watch these yourself. And if you cannot find them, you can find them in D2L. If you have trouble opening the videos from PowerPoint, use these links, and that should open up theme and the theme and symbolism. These videos here. So, moving on, we often discuss themes as universal and applicable to all of humanity, but that's not exactly true. It only has to apply in that particular literature. So if you're thinking about something like Hunger Games, for example, you can say something about poverty and about about the treatment of children, and it only has to be true in that particular universe, in that particular literature. It can be true in a universal truth, but it doesn't have to be. So when we talk about theme, we're talking about let's see. Sorry. Well, I guess we'll get to what it is in a minute. What symbols? So symbols are the same thing. And when you work on this stuff, remember that it's your interpretation. If you're writing about the symbols in a window, it's perfectly acceptable to say things like, this window could represent X, but it may also stand for Y. And this is creative and critical thinking. It sounds a little bit like BS, but sometimes BS is creative and critical thinking. And in this case, it is. I want you to check out what theme is in the video. And so well, I don't want to talk about the theme of Dagoberto Gil's, because that's actually a question on the test. So you're going to read Romero's Shirt. You don't have to do this. Again, this is optional. You can, this is one of your quiz questions, speculate as what the additional literary meanings of the shirt and the juniper bush might be in the story based on their function in the story. Use brief quotes to support your claims. Answer in 4 to 7 sentences. And that's the case, just like the notation that you did for Tarzan. It should read kind of similarly. And you can take a look at that. So there we have, try and go back to D2L here. There we have theme and symbolism. I'm going to open up the Unit 1 fiction, the Unit 1 study guide and test info. I'm going to let you take a look at it, but I'm going to go through just a couple of things here very quickly because I'm already way over how long I wanted to do for this, and sometimes this takes forever. Okay, so I dyed my hair. I like this better, but I love the fun colors, but this is, I like the hair, I'm just trying. So my partner's sitting right next to me and she's looking at me funny. You want to see what she looks like? Okay, well, she's not going to show you because she is apparently shy. But she's got the most beautiful color red in her hair. And we dance together, and it's a lot of fun. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Sorry that took so long. So exploring all these things gives you. So I'm giving you exactly what you need to have for the test. And again, there's some more information about Dagoberto Gil. There's a TED Talk. And then read Romero's shirt again. And take notes on the page numbers. Again, think about the symbolic meaning of the shirt and the juniper bush. And jot down some notes about whether or not you feel the ending of the story demonstrates any kind of flat resolution. I am not looking for a correct answer for those open-ended questions. What I am looking for is for you to be able to support it with information from the text, from the story, and if it kind of makes logical sense. And if it does, you'll get credit for those questions. So all the other stuff that you need in here, again, I've posted a Romero shirt in there. Everything else you need for the test is in here. There's a link to a site about him and then his TED Talk. And then I will open up the Unit 1 fiction test in a couple days. So there you have it, theme and symbolism. Make sure you watch those videos and take notes on those elements to help you in the on the test. And I am available, of course, for your questions. And one final thing I want to make sure that you know, this is really freaking me out how big this is. One final thing that I want you to know, I will never penalize you for trying hard. I will always give you opportunities if you're trying to continue and to try again if it's not right or something like that. So just be aware that I am here for your success, and I am rooting for you, and I'm very willing to help you if I can. I will talk to you. I'll open up that discussion board, and I will talk to you soon. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Take care. Happy testing and so forth. Oh, now I can show you my partner. I think she's being silly. So anyway, have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.